gentlemen, from Boise, Idaho. Don't touch anything!
Hey everybody, it's Brant and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? It's actually been, I think the last video I did was a video with the gang, and it was done back in June 12th. And I'm recording this on August 24th. So I had mentioned in some of my previous videos that I've been crazy busy. Work is busy. Personal life is busy. It was a very busy summer. It continues to be a busy summer, early fall. Here we are in the middle of August, barreling towards Labor Day, the beginning of school again, and at least not for me though, but beginning of school for a lot of people, a lot of kids, and the end of summer. Got about maybe a month of pool time left if we're lucky, and then it'll be time for the leaves to start falling. And this is what I labeled this recording in my personal recordings. I labeled it August because August is a month of transition. You know, it's the end of summer, heading into September and October. And those are transitional months heading into the fall. And there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about in this video. This video isn't really um, going to be about one particular subject. I've got a few things I want to talk about. First and foremost, subject number one I want to talk about, or topic one I want to talk about, is um, just past a few days ago, like 4 days ago, on the 20th, passed my anniversary of becoming a Kiss fan. As some of you may or may not know from my story, I became a Kiss fan when I was 8 years old in 1977. Kiss had just released Love Gun, and Elvis had passed away on the 16th of August, and I became a fan of Kiss on the 20th. And the reason why I know that date is because Elvis died back in 77. The 16th was a Tuesday, and that following Saturday, I was out running errands with my grandmother, and she took me in an Eckerd's Drug, and I talked about it in one of my previous videos, going home. And she took me in an Eckerd's Drug that's an office place now, and they had the little album section right there as soon as you walked in the door, and there was a Kiss album there. I didn't know who Kiss was, and it was the Destroyer album. And I took it home and bought it and took it home. My grandma bought it for me, and I thought it was one of those kind of like Fantastic Four albums or superhero albums that you played and listened along with, just based on the cover. And I was surprised to find out that it was this band Kiss. And after that, I was hooked. So that happened on September 20th. I mean, August the 20th, 47 years ago. So I am officially a Kiss fan for 47 years as of 1977. Um, Another thing that happened right after that, we're coming up on, was in October, I got my first Kiss release that I was around for. I had Destroyer. Destroyer was the only album that I had at the time. And in October, Kiss released this magnificent album right here. My favorite Kiss album, hands down, to this day, my favorite Kiss album, Kiss Alive 2. And this was just a juggernaut of packaging. For those of you who are not living under a rock, knows that this is the greatest inner sleeve of all time. Excuse the dogs. The back cover is just amazing. These iconic photos are just amazing. And then the packaging as a whole is just awesome. You have the sleeve that shows the albums leading up to this album, which Kiss was very good at doing. And then the back of that shows a shot of the crowd. Of course, the album. just the Casablanca Filmworks. And then you had the goodies that was in the album. You had the tour book that had some of the most iconic photos ever taken of the band. Try to get the glare off of that. Recording this in the middle of the afternoon. My wife is away, and I figure, well, I had to do some work from home this weekend, and I had a little bit of time, so I figured I would show. I figured I'd set up here and make a video with for you guys. Love these. Love Peter. Peter was my favorite member of the band at the time. That member is Ace now, but Peter was my favorite member at the time. And he is one of the people that inspired me to be a drummer. I started drumming based off of hearing Peter Criss drum. And then you have the order form that comes in there, the combat gear, and these big, huge posters, the belt buckle, the shirt. I had this yellow shirt right here. I had this poster right here at my pinky. On there, it has the Kiss radio, a gold looking Kiss belt buckle. It'd take you over probably close to $2,000 to get everything on that order form now. And I think you could have bought all of it for probably less than, the poster is $250. The belt buckle is $8. The belt buckle is the most expensive thing on the form. And then the tattoos. Of course, the tattoos. I've seen some people get these images tattooed on their arm like permanently. And I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, another tattoo. I've got several. I'm thinking about getting one, and I don't know if I want to go with like the images of the solo albums with Kiss coming down the side of it, or if I would like to go with something that is like that right there, because that is so iconic. That's, you see that on the bubblegum cards. So Kiss Alive 2 coming up on an anniversary of Kiss Alive 2, and just passing my fandom. So I have been jamming Kiss Alive 2. I have been jamming Destroyer, and I've been, I've kind of been off of a Kiss kick a little bit, and that kind of goes into my next topic is I wanted to give my thoughts on how I feel since Kiss has actually retired and sold the brand. Those who follow my channel and follow Right Between the Eyes channel, Rob, and follows Kiss Army Things channel with Xander and Daphne and Jeb, knows that I went to the Chicago show, the Rosemont show, had a series about it, not only on my channel, but on their channels as well. And we did a whole thing leading up to that, and then we met in person. That was really cool. Looking forward to seeing the guys again sometime soon. And then there were a couple shows later, it was the end of the road. And then shortly after that, Kiss announced that they were selling the brand, and box sets and things like that had been on standby since they were negotiating, and they sold the brand to Pop. And then we waited, and to me it feels like that even though I still love Kiss and I listen to them, it almost seems like that Kiss has slipped into a little obscurity. And I'm not real happy with some of now these are personal opinions. If you don't agree with me, you can mention it in the comments. But I've not been real happy with the releases that Kiss Online has done. I've not bought anything in a while. I know that they re-released, was it Creatures or Destroyer? I can't remember. They re-released Creatures on vinyl, and they're supposed to be doing Destroyer the same way. And in my opinion, they should have done that to begin with. It should have been, you had the option to purchase either vinyl or cassette. That's just my opinion. But since then, they have put out things that I feel like have been, and I say they, Kiss isn't doing this anymore. This is, Universal and or Pop putting out Pop's been putting out questionable shirts. I've seen a few that, like the last few, that were pretty good. I bought a shirt from Walmart just a couple days ago. That was the Alive 75 shirt, 76 or whatever. I'll throw a picture of it here. And there was one around Independence Day. There was one around the 4th of July that was really cool. That was the newest, the newest incarnation of the band with Tommy and Eric. And that shirt was pretty cool. But as far as albums, box sets, that looks like they're just going to, the next box set they're going to do is possibly going to be Destroyer. They did a lackluster release for Animalize. There's an anniversary release that just hit for Hot in the Shade. They did a picture disc that you have to buy as a bundle, and you had to buy it with a hoodie and a poster and pay, a lot of money for it. Whereas, and they only did 1,000, and they sold out in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, and it's ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. I'm not going to fight. I was at work when it happened, and it's not something I would have bid on anyway. I probably wouldn't have bought it, but they need to do something. They need to take away this quantity of 4, max of 4. They need to drop this down to like 2, just in case you're buying one for yourself to keep and one to play, or buy one for a buddy. But buying 4 and then they sell out, and then within hours you see them on eBay scalped up, double the price. It's ridiculous. And I know why they don't do it, because they don't want to keep stock. They don't want to have stock. They'd rather print 1,000 and them sell out. And then they have things happen like where they sell out, and then like you'll hear somebody say like an hour later, oh, they're back on the site again. And people are like, is it because people had them in their shopping cart and they didn't check out and it had secured them? I mean, who knows? But it's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to fight like sharks over chum in the water, blood in the water, over a Kiss release. And I've talked to some people, I'm not going to say their names, but I've talked to some people about this that are friends of mine. And they think the same thing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you're doing it over kind of lackluster things. The only thing that I like that I think they've been doing pretty cool is like with Dynasty, they did the foil cover. I passed on that. I would have liked to, now in hindsight, I would like to have got that. The Hot in the Shade colored vinyl is going to be foil. So they seem to be going kind of in that direction, because I have a foil that Revenge, and there's some other ones where they've done the foil on. I might still bite on the Hot in the Shade, because I don't have Hot in the Shade on vinyl. So I might still bite on that. But I still wish, I don't know if I can, I'll have to go look. But I don't like having to buy a special rendition of an album, either picture disc or color vinyl, as a bundle. I don't like it. I want to be able to pick and choose what I want to buy. Give me an option to make a bundle and pick what I want to go in it. Pick what shirt I want. Pick what little knick-knack thing that I want. Because it's usually like a shirt, like a little knick-knack, and then the album. But I don't like it. I'm not happy about it. And the next anniversary coming up is Harder Than Hell. So we didn't get a box set over the first Kiss album because it was in that transitional time. And now I'm wondering, are we going to get a Hotter Than Hell box set? Or is it just going to be something else that they do a stupid picture disc for, do colored vinyl for, do these stupid bundles, and they do 1,000 of the picture disc and they're sold out like that? Did the same thing for Dynasty. They just sell out too fast. Like I said, even if it wasn't that I didn't have the money, it's just I might be at work and I can't drop what I'm doing to jump online to try to fight over something for 6 minutes. So, and I'm just wondering what else can they do different? I mean, right now it's just rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, or wash, rinse, repeat. It's You're going to have shirts that are hit or miss, little trinkets and stuff that are hit or miss. When you actually get them, the quality has been questionable. Little pins or belt buckles or things like that. Buttons, bandanas, mirrors. The Dynasty mirror was kind of cool. So every once in a while, they'll do something that's cool. The Dynasty mirror was cool, kind of like one of those Carnival mirrors, and Carnival just happens to be in town. I live in a little small town, one stoplight, and they have a carnival comes twice a year, every year in the spring and in the fall, and it's a big deal in this area. But it's a little town carnival. They have fireworks every night, and that's going on right now. We went the other night. Tonight's the last night. It's been here all week. But the carnival mirror was kind of cool, the mirror. And so they do hit or miss stuff. But like I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself. It's just because it's the same stuff that bothers me. Either print more or make people only be able to buy a max of one or two. One max is pushing it. I think for the picture disc, if you're only going to, and here's my opinion, for the picture disc, because Max 4 seems to be the max across their website. I think that's just like the default. But if the picture disc, it should be one, max one. You want to buy more, do another damn transaction. Color vinyl, two. You can buy two color vinyl. Demand for them is not as high, but after a while they do sell out because people can't get the picture disc. They're like, oh, well, I'll at least get the color vinyl. And I think the full covers is what they're doing to kind of make that colored vinyl a little bit more desirable. But where's off the soundboards? Are they done with that? When are we getting another box set? I know, like I said, I know they're getting ready to release the vinyl for the box set of Destroyer with vinyl. But when are we getting something different? So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Last thing I want to talk about before I get out of here, because this video is probably going to be less than 30 minutes, so you guys I know you're not used to that. And I promise I'm going to try to get some videos. I put on my Facebook that I want to do some more track versus track. I've got some people that want to be in some track versus tracks that have been in videos in the past, and I'm trying to get back around to them. And it's going to start getting dark soon. Soon it's going to be dark at 5:00. Things will start slowing down, and we'll settle in and we'll make some videos, and we'll get through the fall and the winter together. Won't be going outside as much. So it'll be fall and winter before you know it. So, and I do have my drum videos, my favorite drummer videos, and I'm going to be doing so. Just bear with me. I am going to do them. I'm going to do videos, but it just takes some time. It really takes a lot of time just to get up here. I have the room that I film in. I've actually not been in this room so long that had a plant up here that died that I'd forgotten about, and I hate it. And I've got one that I'm nursing back to health because I just have not even came up here to the second floor in my house. But anyway, so subject 3. You guys know that I'm a Kiss fan. You guys know that I'm also a huge Type O Negative fan. Probably like Type O Negative just as much, if not maybe a little more than Kiss. I know, blasphemer. But Type O Negative is a band that's just near and dear to my heart. I've been fans of Type O Negative since my early 20s. They were like my first kind of band, bands like Type O Negative, Alice in Chains, or a couple bands I really like. And when you come around to Typo Negative, you never heard them. They're like a gothic industrial band that was real famous in the 90s and the early 2000s. And I have one of, whenever it comes, I have one of my albums here. When it comes time around to this time of year, I start listening to Typo Negative. You get into August, September, October, especially because they have an album called October Rust. And I have everything on Typo Negative, either streaming or on CD. I'm working on my vinyl collection because Typo Negative old school vinyl is really expensive, and new school vinyl, they're kind of like Kiss, the album, the Roadrunner Records that puts their stuff out. They print very limited numbers and they sell out fast too. And they're also a little on the expensive side. But they do print more because this one is a limited edition of 6,666. So they do print more than Kiss does. But this is their album, Bloody Kisses. This is the album that's got black number 1 on it. And my number is 892. It shows right there on the back of it that my number is 892. This is silver colored vinyl, an 8-page booklet, exclusive print, 180 gram audio file vinyl. And it's not been opened yet because I'm horrible about opening things. I listen to this mostly in my car streaming, and this is one of my favorite Typo Negative albums, along with Bloody Kisses. This is Bloody Kisses, along with October Rust. So this time of year, I turn into a Kiss/Typo Negative fan, and I really because this time of year is when I start listening to, and it's about to be Phantom time. And this is the time of year that I listen to Kiss, and I listen to Kiss Alive 2, and I listen to the solo albums. Solo albums come out in September. So when September hits, here in about 2 weeks, or no, in about a week, I will be real heavy duty listening to the solo albums. They're right there behind me on the wall. And I are right there in front of me, actually, on the wall. And so it becomes Typo Negative fall spooky season, Phantom season, October Rust season, Bloody Kisses season, World Coming Down season. That's Typo Negative's album. Life is Killing Me season. Those are all very much fall, winter, spooky time albums. And then you got the solo albums, which just tie in with Phantom to me. So that's what I'm going to be doing the month of the rest of the month of August, September, and October, and I will be back. I will be back with more videos, but I had the time and I just wanted to come in and check in with you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody has had a great summer. I've had a good summer. It's been an extremely busy summer, but I've had a really good summer and looking forward to settling down for the fall and the winter and hanging out with you guys, doing some more lives, maybe do a Wednesday night live, maybe once a month. I talked about doing that, and even that is so hard to do. But I'm looking forward to hanging out. If I've not talked to you in a while, not heard from you in a while, or if you're new to the channel, reconnect down in the comments. Just say hey in the comments. Tell me what you've been up to. If you're new, tell me who you are and how you got to the channel. And I don't know if you can hear my cat. We have a cat now. And she's just mewing like crazy in the background. But yeah, so hang out with me down in the comments, interact in the comments, and I will be back soon with another video with some kind of subject. Hopefully, I'll be back within the next week or two and get back to putting out some type of video once a week and maybe doing a live once a month on maybe 3 weeks out of the month. I can do a video, and 1 week out of the month, I'll do a live. All right. I'll do my best for you. I promise. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm coming up on, I think I'm coming up on 7 years in February of having this channel. And you guys, some of you guys have been with me along the way since the very beginning. And I really totally 100% appreciate everybody who has, if you've been with me since the beginning, or if this is your very first video seeing this, I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging with me. And oh, that's Rick's line. That, as I said it, I heard it in Rick's voice. Yeah, but thanks for hanging, and thanks for hanging out for the ride. Thanks for being patient while you wait on me to make more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Boise, Idaho. Don't touch anything!